is so dumb, it blows my mind. Today is Wealth and Wisdom Wednesday, and if you really want to get more in-depth wealth knowledge, book time with me, guys. It's $50. I promise you I will help you make more money in your life. And I promise you I will help change your thinking so that more money and more opportunities will come to you. It's amazing what just changing your perspective on things can do. Let's have some fun, guys. That was a shitload of fun. What's good, guys? Welcome back to Unlockable Character. Today is Wealth and Wisdom Wednesday, and we are going to be talking about a number of different things today. The first thing is honor. What is honor in your life? And how can you apply a perspective that brings you honor? All right, guys, so the first thing is honor is something that really, I think you can say, activates your soul. It is the responsibilities that you have to yourself, to honor yourself. So the values that you have, if you don't honor those values through your interactions with other people, and also just the way you think about yourself and what you do in your daily life, you will actually start to dishonor yourself. And if you dishonor yourself, you'll start to lose who you really are. And once you lose who you really are, you will start to get manipulated by things that affect your emotions and also things that are inauthentic. So really think about that, guys. Remember, you should always honor yourself, and you should act in a way that honors who you are as a person and honors your values. So that means you don't need to kiss anyone's ass just for clout. And we can talk about clout and what that means in different kind of scenarios. The first scenario, being in Atlanta and having a car, you know, and this being a car channel, clout can mean access to groups, to events, and through that access you gain an association, right? Maybe you want to be seen as really cool. Maybe you want to be seen as, you know, in the know. If you dishonor yourself by chasing clout to get those associations, in the long run, you will be doing more harm to your life than good. So really think about that. And clout, when we talk about access, maybe you want to be part of an exclusive group. All right, you know, the group is exclusive, but how is it run? What are the values of the people within the group? Do they hold each other accountable? Are they living in their delusions, which we called hyperreality? And if you start to see these things, guys, it's okay to go your own way, because you should always be trying to honor yourself. And if you're not honoring yourself, you're setting yourself up for failure, because you're going to be losing who you really are. And there are a lot of lost souls out here, guys, who are chasing clout, who are chasing an association to something because they think it will bring them fame. Maybe they think it'll bring them money or women. And in the long run, I promise you guys, if you're not honoring yourself, you're really just going to bring dishonor to yourself. And in your daily life, guys, if you want to be honorable, you need discipline, and you need to have things in order, okay? The universe that we live in, if you have order in your life, you will attract order in your future. And that order plus honor will bring you incredible opportunities. And not only that, guys, you will find how much potential you really have. And you will realize that maybe all of these associations, the groups, the people that you wanted to be connected to are not actually serving your best purposes, your highest self. And if that's true, by letting them go, you will actually unlock the best version of yourself. So remember, have the willpower, have the discipline, have the integrity to let things go that are really not for you. And that can be relationships, that can be connections, associations, groups. It can be routines that are not serving your honor. You know, it could be things that you do on a daily basis, your interactions with other people. So really, really think about that, guys. If you want the best for yourself, you need to honor yourself. And you also need to really get in tune with the ground truth reality. You need to question things. You need to ask why people kiss each other's ass. What are they getting out of it? Why should you be like that? You shouldn't be like that. You know what I'm talking about? Go your own way, be your own person, and I promise you a community will be built around your values. And it may not happen overnight. In fact, it won't happen overnight. So be patient, guys. In a span of 3 years, I went from living in an attic while allergic to cats, living with 5 cats. I was really just zonked out on allergy medicine, to being able to have my own 2-bedroom apartment and being a vice president at a large financial firm. I went from an intern, okay, to a vice president at a large financial firm. I had to sell my car while I was an intern. I had to make a lot of sacrifices, but I lived my life honorably. I was the first one at work. I was the last one out. I made sure I gave back a ton of value, right? A ton of value. I did things that I was not asked for, and I also mentored a lot of the younger people that I worked with so that they could learn from me as well. And what that did is, over time, people realized how honorable of a person I was, and it accelerated my career. Completely accelerated my career. And very soon I was just way ahead of my peers. And I do see some comments on this channel, you know, and I just hide the users from the channel so no one else can see their comments. They can still see the content. I'm not trying to ban people, but you know, you might think that I think I'm superior to everyone else. No, I wake up every day as if I was dead and I have to earn it again. But I have consistently done things at a level that I know. I've been tested, right? I have a 2200 SAT score out of 2400. That's in the top 2 percentile, right? I became a vice president at bmwm at 24. I was a vice president at BlackRock at 27. Like, I'm not like other people. I know that, okay? And I've exemplified it through my life, and I want to help other people accelerate their lives forward. And you know, I get a lot of comments, oh, you know, the people don't care about what you talk about. Well, that's why it's so easy to get ahead, because we're literally living around people who are sleepwalking through their lives, who are emotionally frustrated because they don't know how to handle their surroundings, because they're dishonoring themselves every day, day in and day out. And so guys, I don't feel connected to this society at all. I want to help people break free. And if you're living in a bubble, you won't resonate with what I'm talking about. If you're not at my spiritual level, you will not understand what I'm talking about. And that's also okay, because you can't bring everyone with you. And I have, over time, gotten very, you know, tired of people, but I still try my best. But I'm no longer going to be dishonoring myself by associating with groups that really don't align with my values, both spiritually and personally. And, you know, I'm not out for any type of like revenge. That's crazy, because that is negative energy. I'm just going to prove to myself that I can get better every day. And in that journey, other people will see that my honor, my integrity, my place of authenticity has brought me success that other people cannot really relate to, because they come from a place of inauthentic pride or inauthentic self-worth. And if those people are too delusional and have too low of an IQ to even relate to me, what's the point? There's no point trying to open their eyes. So you really have to take all of that into consideration, guys. I'm hoping when we get closer to Atlanta that it'll open up a little bit so we can get some exhaust notes, guys. I am trying to stick to this daily content schedule. I hope you love the CS video where we flash the car with the CS tuning. Let's take a look at what we're running right now. So I'm gonna go into setup. I'll show you that the options have not changed. They're all the same, but essentially for the chassis and steering, as well as the MX drive, what you're getting is an enhancement. So chassis and comfort feels more like sport. Chassis and sport feels more like sport plus, and chassis and sport plus feels more like sport plus plus. And the same goes for steering. So the car can be incredibly stiff now, more stiff than I've ever imagined it. And it essentially just kind of tightens up. You can feel it. Even my water bottle in the water bottle holder will start rattling because the car has gotten so much tighter. Now, generally, if you want that, you love that feeling, go for it. But when I'm driving on 400 here on Georgia 400 highway, it's so bumpy of a road that I kind of just like letting things kind of hang and be a little bit more chill. So I'm in comfort settings for steering and chassis, and it's already then dialed in a little bit more than it was before, and I love it. Absolutely love it. People are so dumb, it blows my mind. And do I think I'm a better driver than most people? Yes. I have over 10 years of AI experience. And not only that, I've been to multiple tracks around the country. I've pushed multiple cars. And the problem with America is that we hold everyone to the least common denominator, which is the lowest common denominator. And that means we're all held to the lowest standard, and that standard is ever growing lower. This country is not getting any brighter, it's not getting any smarter, it's getting fatter and stupider. And everyone is held to that same fat and stupid standard. And it goes with driving too. And for drivers with licenses and things like that, we should be able to pay a higher fee to drive to our level. And the police should be enforcing the left lane, because it just blows my mind how much, you know, impact there is for people who are so unaware in America, who are so terrible at driving, who just stay in the left lane. It's unbelievable. And I'm glad this guy recognized me. That was pretty cool. And guys, I'm telling you, it's awesome. The recognition of the channel, the people that really resonate with what I talk about. A lot of young men who are finding a better way for themselves. And I appreciate you guys finding motivation in the channel and trying to be the best of yourselves. You know what I mean? It's really what it's about. I'm gonna try to keep the GoPro running here by putting the AC on it. That's my number one concern, is the GoPro overheating. Imagine that, guys. The Insta360 has been holding up pretty well behind the car, but I think, you know, with the mix of footage, unless we're getting some really exciting stuff happening outside the car, the in-car POV is definitely the way to go, and that's how I feel. That's what I'm going to be doing with the channel. Sounds crazy. And guys, if you're, you know, in your early 20s, even if you're in your mid to late 20s, this life of ours is so long, and we are living in the most incredible times in terms of technology and AI. And all it takes is consistency. You need to start setting goals for yourself. Hold yourself to those goals. That's part of that honor that I talk about. And you will get ahead just through consistency and discipline. Look around. People are so dumb. You know what I mean? They're so unhealthy. They're so spiritually vacant. You can get ahead of all of these people. It just takes 1 to 3 months of starting, you know? Those habits will start to become permanent for you. And what used to be a chore will become, you know, basically muscle memory. You won't think about it as something, oh, I have to do that. It'll just be something you get done. And people will recognize that in you. And not only that, you will start to attract the energy that you give out. And guys, it's perfectly okay to block people, to stop following people who are caught in the same, you know, frustrating cycle of woe is me, you know, why is it always me? Why am I always in a bad predicament? Just get them out of your lives, you know what I mean? Get them out of your lives. Those people are not going anywhere. There was that double upshift. Did you see that, guys? It took 2 upshifts so quickly. That was amazing. Yeah, the CS gearbox is pretty cool, guys. The transmission tuning. Remember, this car now has the CS transmission tuning, steering tuning, suspension tuning, and differential tuning. So MDM mode, which I don't really use, MDM allows you slip, but it then corrects the car. So it's like a little bit of slip. And the European spec cars have more of a slip angle that it allows than US spec cars. And with the CS tune, you're going even past the European spec. So you're getting a lot of slip. But again, I don't really use MDM mode. I know some people that do. I just either have everything off or everything on. Generally, I have everything off. And yeah, guys, so just think about it. I have the link for the CS software in each description of the videos. Check it out. You do need that OBD to Ethernet adapter and a Windows laptop, but it takes about 30 minutes, and it's like 220 bucks. So, you know, it makes a big difference, and 220 bucks for like a tune is amazing. Really is amazing. You don't need to unlock anything either. When I was starting the channel, you know, I did have some comments saying, oh, you know, you need to change your editing style. Your long videos aren't good. And I just held true to myself. I said, I'm gonna have a simple style. I'm gonna have long, you know, continuous shots and just a smooth delivery. And again, that was honoring myself. I didn't listen to the noise. And you guys have seen the growth of the channel. You are resonating with the content, and I really appreciate that. Please keep continuing to share and subscribe and engage the channel. Because I promise I will keep delivering wisdom. Today is Wealth and Wisdom Wednesday, and if you really want to get more in-depth wealth knowledge, book time with me, guys. It's $50. I promise you I will help you make more money in your life. And I promise you I will help change your thinking so that more money and more opportunities will come to you. It's amazing what just changing your perspective on things can do. Let's have some fun, guys. That was a shitload of fun. That's what I'm talking about, guys. That was rear wheel drive, everything off. That was so much fun. All right, guys, there's a ton of traffic. When we get back closer, I'll turn it on. All right, guys, Hopefully it clears up ahead. That was a lot of traffic to get through. Been driving in automatic. I'm gonna put it back into all-wheel drive. It's 97 degrees outside. Yesterday was beautiful. Today is really, really hot. Back to that humid weather. And guys, we successfully got the new outer right taillight ordered, so it's gonna come in about 6 days. And for those asking about the Aero, it's gonna go on Saturday. I'm gonna go to the TS1 in Tucker, and we're gonna get that installed. We have a skid plate going on next Monday at Phoenix Autosport. That's in Buford. It's pretty important. And this Sunday is Caffeine and Octane. And for those of you in Atlanta, there's Driving Club of Road Atlanta, which is a really, really sweet group. They've been contacting me, and hopefully by the end of the year I can become a full member. It'd be really cool. Yeah guys, the CS transmission tune, it basically acts like a slingshot on the shifts. It reminds me of how my GT3 used to shift when you had it in the sport PDK settings. It's unbelievable. That truck is going crazy. Unreal. Unnecessary. I hope you guys are enjoying the playlist. The Unlockable Character playlist is updated every Monday with new songs, guys. Check it out. And for today, you know, we're still holding FFIE and GameStop. Palantir, I've been long on. Palantir is going up. It's another stock to look at. Defense AI companies, guys. That is the future. When are they going to move this car? It's just absolutely crazy that it's still there. What a car, guys, what a car. So guys, the only thing that I really have to do now on the car is to tune it on MHD and run an E85 mix. Right now, I guess the car is pushing out probably 550 horsepower. On an E85 mix, when it's tuned on MHD, the car can push 700 wheel horsepower. And that's absurd, you know what I mean? You'd be upsetting and embarrassing Ferraris and Lamborghinis and these Porsches. Straight line speed on these cars with a top speed of, you know, over 200 miles an hour. Absolutely bonkers. The 0-60 would go down to less than 2 seconds. The quarter mile time would be in the high 9 seconds on street tires. And, you know, just unbelievable. Unbelievable. There's so much construction in Atlanta, guys. The city is growing so fast. Juniper Street, I would say, is a street to avoid. There's so many different buildings going up. It's like a war zone driving through Juniper Street. But all right, guys, I'm gonna cut it off here, and I'll catch you next time.